Righty, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Jeff Keighley is not the savior of Wuthering Waves during its anniversary. It's actually going to be Xbox. Yes, we have been ganked once again. I'm a little bit late on this one, actually, but we should get it uploaded in time. We've got exclusive Hiyuki and Dena gameplay right here, and that's just in line with the Wuthering Waves advertisements that have been going on for Xbox. And so I'm super excited to see what this is all about. We've got 1 minute and 16 seconds of some very, very, very good footage. And of course, we're going to be doing a bit of a walkthrough. Then we're going to be doing a bit of a review and then seeing just what these kits are looking like, because Kuro is ramping it up like crazy. Yo, Fio, appreciate the raid. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's get right on into this. Nice Xbox logo. Okay, yeah, no, this is some Jeff Keighley stuff over here. Work in progress as well. Nice overview of Hiyuki. Oh boy, they're getting some interesting camera angles. She dual wields? Okay, all right, let me just slow down for a second. She dual wields katanas and then fires the bow in the middle of her attacks. And that's ultimate number 1. Okay, yep, she has an enhanced state. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep, you know what? We were right, ladies and gentlemen. She does have 2 ultimates, and this is definitely the first one that's going to put her into, like, that burst mode, and then she's just going to absolutely pop the fuck off. Holy moly. Jesus Christ. It's everything I wanted and more. Oh, and then they just do the aura walk afterwards, and then, oh, bro, she summons the moon. But, like, it's a better moon than Yuno's. Yeah, Yuno's moon has nothing on this shit. What the hell? Oh my goodness. And then that's the ultimate that we were seeing before. Puts her back into her normal state. Yeah, no, she has a thing for trees. She has a thing for trees. So that's going to be Hiyuki's real fast. And once again, we're just going to be going through these, and then we'll go back and review some of that footage. Holy Jesus Christ. That was a lot. All right, now we got Dena. Hopefully her animations are nothing to scoff at either. I'm praying they did a good job with her. Her ultimate looks good.
Please don't.
Uh-oh. Oh, she didn't like that. Oh, yep, she's got the alternative form as well. Oh, wow, she's a little bit crazy. Yeah, her kit seems a lot shorter than Hiyuki's, but, wait, yeah, the Dena showcase was about 2 minutes. They definitely skipped some of her abilities. Oh my gosh, this is like Cantarella, but like a better version. And yeah, she goes a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at the end there, but then goes back to the, to the fun little lollipop form. Yeah, no, they are definitely holding back on Dena. I think we just saw like a basic attack or 2 from her. But yeah, probably saving it for the actual live stream. But her evil self, the Thanodian self, very, very, very cool. All right, so with that initial, that initial preview over here, let's go ahead and let's actually start taking a look at what we got. Oh, and yeah, let me put chat back on screen. Okay, all right. So first things first. We've got Hiyuki over here with that dual katana fighting style. You can see that she's got her equipped weapon over here. They just have her on like the dull sword, the one that everybody has at the start of the game. And then you see her icy one over here. I'm hoping that her signature weapon looks not like the same exact thing as the one that we see over here, but like something a little bit more unique. Maybe it's red. I think it'd be actually super sick if she had like dual colored ones. One that's obviously, the icy color, that's a baseline part of her kit. And then another one over here that's maybe, got some additional frill to it. Because this one is looking a little bit basic. I want to see some style and flair on that one.
Too late to escape.
That looks like her forte attack. Probably when she like charges up something by doing her basics. And you can kind of see that sword attack goes right into the bow. And that's like a reference to, right, obviously, some of the art that we're seeing over here. She did have a time in her past, or maybe she's summoning one of like her, her companion, or like, one of her past selves or future selves to use some of those bow attacks. That's pretty goddamn sick, if I'm going to be honest. I like that the bow is in there, but I don't think it shows up again. We're just going to have to see.
Let there be snow.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, so first things first. She does a bit of a insane close-up over here with the super
Let there be.
the super slow unsheathing of the katana. And then it looks like that just becomes her new baseline weapon in her burst mode. And you can see she's got like that icy frost effect on the screen. I assume, yeah, no, that shit just lasts the entire time. That's absolute cinema. Okay, and then she's got the nice icy Virgil slash over here. I wonder how good that's going to be in Whimpering Waste. That's probably going to hit everything on the screen, brother. And then I think she summons a tree with that. Yep. Summoning that icy tree is something that she does in her second liberation, something that she does in this baseline attack over here. And I think there's a third one where it happens again. I wonder what damage type she is. Oh, and then she does like the Chu Yan leap over here into the corner. Yep. And then just some air slashes. Oh my god. Like, what is she even doing here? Let's examine this again. Does like a dash slash. I assume she locks onto somebody, and because there's no target, she's just going in the air. Maybe good for exploration. Probably not, though, because this is her ultimate. And then from there, she does another slash. And then kind of like a twirl slam down. Oh, yeah, no, she is a Beyblade for sure, brother. It looks like she just gets a bunch of dashes in this mode. Yeah, no, that dash thing is something she does a lot. Looks actually really single target oriented. I take back my Whimpering Waste comment. That looks like that move looks like it's gonna be shit in Whimpering Waste. I'm gonna be honest here. It actually reminds me of Luke. And then we just got the Aura Walk, and then of course the sun over there. And then she summons the tree again for this slash. Maybe she is good in Whimpering Waste. Ooh, and then the aura over here. Wait, let's see that again. Oh, that's a nice little close-up over there. She kind of reminds me of Sanhua. It looks like she detonates those ice sculptures. Maybe she is heavy attack. Yeah, she looks like she detonates those with like heavy attacks or something. And that's kind of how it works. Heavy attacks would actually make sense to me.
Full wishes spoken.
And then we've got that other slash over here where you're going to see it's going to break apart into all the little pieces. And then you see like her. Ooh, that looks like the delinquent one. Yeah, she's got like the baseball bat. Probably going to go rob some people for money. Rob the fellow students at Star Torch Academy for money. Wait, no, that is a Star Torch Academy outfit. No, that's the one that Chisa wears. Oh, she was a bully back in the day. Oh, dearie me. Oh, she's gonna give some of the players of this game drama. Or some trauma. Yeah, you know the people that played this game, they got bullied back in the day.
This vessel I offer.
It looks like the animations are actually better than what we saw before. The rose blossoms, all of this stuff. Yeah, these special effects were not there in the previous Xbox showcase, the preview. So maybe it looks like they were either working with an incomplete version or Kuro's added some new stuff prior to this release. And if so, damn, they did a good fucking job. This looks crazy. This is cinematic as hell. Yeah, she got the cherry blossoms. There you go. Now, that's going to be our breakdown of the Hiyuki stuff. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what Denya's got in store. And I think this one is definitely shortened. I don't think we see things like her resonance skill or anything like that at all. Let's see what we got. All right, she's just looking goofy. Yeah, she's just looking goofy. Okay, so looks like she has 2 basic attacks, and gonna be honest, that doesn't look like fusion. And in fact, it actually sounds like that just sounds like water and like jelly and like jellyfish. No wonder people thought she was gonna be Havoc.
Please don't.
And she says, please don't. I can assume that Denia actually does end up like leaving Fraxidus because of that, because I don't think she likes what's going on over here.
Forgive me.
And then she says, forgive me afterwards. All right, let's take a look at some of these animations. So obviously, huge sweeping attacks, gigantic arms just going around and like ripping stuff up. And then you see Aleph 1, or at least something related to Aleph 1, popping up over here. And a lot of people are saying Aleph 1 is like kind of Havoc as a whole, so maybe she is dual element. We'll see. And then the giant hand comes down. Is this her hand? Because it is wrapped in bandages. And this is her second ultimate. Let's take a look at this one. All right, so we got like the Aleph 1 core over here, kind of like the Tesseract shining.
Ashes to ashes!
She kind of gives me Camellia vibes, to be honest. Maybe, yeah, no, she definitely does sound crazy as hell. So she takes that Tesseract-looking thing, throws it out, looking mad as hell the whole time, then throws it out there. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's her signature weapon. Oh, they put her signature weapon in the showcase. Yeah, that thing looks like some sort of like cradle or something. Maybe that's why they were hiding some of her animations. No, her sig is like right there. It's right behind her. Yeah, I didn't even notice that the first time. And then I guess, yeah, you require additional pylons. Yeah, no, that's some shit from StarCraft right there. And then I guess she just blows it all up. I wonder if a big part of her kit is going to involve grouping. It would make sense to me if all of these attacks, all of this stuff, they have a shit ton of grouping. That's crazy. Nah, I'm going to be honest. It's kind of goofy as hell that like after this move, she just like comes in and she's like, ta-da! Nah. No way, brother. She also summons a literal tacit field, and then this square persists on the field. I assume that she gives some type of like field buff, probably some type of like fusion damage buff or something like that to the entire team afterwards. And that's why there's sort of like this lingering area that you see over here. Yeah, no, this is shaping up to be a very unique kit. But I'm assuming that this is going to apply Fusion Burst, maybe give a Fusion Damage buff, but probably just apply Fusion Burst, well, gradually over time as she, as the rest of her teammates are out there doing stuff. And we all know that Imith is supposed to be the unit that works along very well with her. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of Denia and stuff like that in the 3.3 story, alongside, obviously, Hiyuki. Yeah, no, that thing is just pulsating. Yeah, no, there's like something above it too, but they are really being a little bit secretive about that one. So, yeah, I'm going to be honest over here. When it comes to whose animations are better, I don't think I can actually make a strong decision. I would say that when it comes to the quality of what we're seeing over here, they're both very, very, very good. And naturally, I can't even make a full judgment based off the fact that Denia hasn't really, we haven't really seen a resonance skill, her forte, or any of that. It just went into Liberations. They're both dual form units. I was right. Kuro Games is scamming with the release of these two characters. The only thing is that they are scamming themselves. So my predictions were spot on. These are both basically, two modeled units, all of that. They did double the work for these guys. And I can just imagine that they're balanced in a similar way, because I'm pretty sure that these characters at a baseline cost a bit more to develop than, any other one in the game. And they're probably going to want to make a return on investment. But do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, with all the wild shit that you're seeing on the screen and all of these amazing animations, one thing is clear. The Cyberpunk collab is coming soon. But, yeah, I don't know if the Cyberpunk collab is the scam or if these guys are, because as far as I'm concerned, these are some of the best kits that we've seen in the history of the game, and they have kind of just hit it out of the park with this one. So that's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.